Alright, so I just got out watching Saturday Night, and this will be my ad theater reaction slash review. And now, with my experience going in this film, I mean, I thought, like, wow, this was a really well done movie, and this is essentially like the origin story about how SNL, like Saturday Night Live, was born. Just with the overall atmosphere, on how, like, especially from beginning to end, on how it all came together for like something like this. And even like as we all know, SNL has been running for like 50 years. And I think I'm glad it like released like in the honor of 50 years of Saturday Night Live. And I feel like this was a well-made story with the type of story it wanted to tell. And basically, with the premise of this movie is what everyone has like 90 minutes to get their act together before it goes live. And trust me, like, it was like a well done, a fast-paced story movie. And that, like, definitely, I cannot stop laughing. And I think like this has an outstanding cast, and I think it's just brilliantly well done. And now, especially with the main ideas and the type of storytelling that they wanted to tell with this movie, is that this is like basically like the first SNL broadcast, like live from New York. And I could tell like it was filled with a drama. And I can pretty much tell what people like went through, just to get everyone to get their act together and to basically put on a good show. And I feel like from like the lens of the 70s and of what this like a show wanted to be, and how like they essentially of what this wanted to be for like 50 years of having like every celebrity do like the monologues and do the SNL skits. I mean, like, I think I'm kind of a fan of Saturday Night Live, but I like it. It's like it's very dramatic, especially with everything that I enjoyed from this movie from beginning to end. And now, especially with the cast, that I want to point out, I feel like everyone did like a great job, as like these are people like playing these like characters that go live for the first broadcast. And like especially for what everyone is going through, like even like they really tell the story well within those 90 minutes of when they go live for the first broadcast. But I do want to point out Gabriel LaBelle, who played Lorne Michaels, who is the creator and producer of Saturday Night Live, and like for how like he brought the show to life, and basically with like a Saturday night. But I feel like for what his characteristics are, for his purpose, I feel like this is basically him trying to put on a show and impress like so many people, especially with like business stuff. You can tell like he is like stressed, and like basically if he can ever put on a show. But even Cory Michael Smith, who played Chevy Chase, I feel like I think he does a good job of playing like a Chevy Chase impression, because we all know with Chevy Chase, one of the funniest actors out there, who's also been on SNL. In fact, I think he was part of the first broadcast. But even with everyone else, I think that they are crushed with the roles. Like you have Finn Wolfhard, like you see him like outside hitting all the tickets, and just being like an usher, like a ticket salesman. I feel like he did a decent job, but even though that he has like I think like a small size decent role, I feel like that's good too. But just with all the characters and like just for how SNL came to be, I feel like I was very impressed for how these people like just felt natural, and with the drama that they serve with each other, and it kind of gets intense throughout the middle half. Also, this was directed by Jason Reitman, and that did Ghostbusters Afterlife, and I feel like he did a really great job as like trying to like make this film about Saturday Night Live and this first broadcast. I liked his like a directing approach. Like man, this was like all in the 70s, and like for what everything has been through, like I kind of enjoyed every single moment. But even though like I believe that this movie is like fast paced, I think it was not dull. But hey, like this movie does get a little hectic. But I just liked what every character goes through, and with each chemistry, with like so much chemistry with each other. I kind of felt like I enjoyed my time with this film. And even from the moment the film starts, you kind of get like a feel about like what it's like for having like the first broadcast of Saturday Night live. It's like a go live for the first broadcast, and I just like that how it takes us through like everything that like each character has to do, what role that they have to play, and just with the standpoint of broadcasting in front of a live audience, especially as it starts with like the opening monologue and then all the skits. But I can pretty much tell like this does get a little dramatic as like each character like does get a little intense, but even by the third act, I was very impressed. By the time the final minute show, like it definitely shows something until the credits roll, but man, like, it's just something that I had a very great time with. And also with a few things that I really liked and appreciated from this film, like I think it really takes its time with each of the elements, and like it really serves as like old school SNL, like you know, like this really makes me appreciate the broadcast show like even more, like even though I think I watch it sometimes for the monologues, but I do enjoy the actual sketches of what the real SNL pulls off, because you see some of your favorite celebrities and actors go on a Saturday Night Live and actually become like the host and have a musical guest, and that's what it is today. But this is like the very first broadcast show, and wow, like just like by the end, like it had me put like a smile on my face, and this like definitely like it definitely leaves the the tension, the stakes of how it really feels like to pull off a live broadcast performance. And one last thing that I will say is that if you're a fan of SNL and Saturday Night Live, you're going to really enjoy this film. Like you'll really like all the tense and all of the dramatic moments that this film delivers. It really delivers a great story and such great characters, and this has such a great cast, especially for the additional ones too. And it goes like rapidly quick, and I think like you'll definitely appreciate this like a lot more, especially if you like a Saturday Night Live and you'll watch it from the monologues and all of the skits. But for me, it was a very enjoyable film. I feel like this is like great storytelling. I feel like you should definitely check this one out as well. So yeah, I recommend this film as well. So those are my thoughts. But that's good to do it for this video. Just let me know in the comments below if you're planning on seeing this movie, and if you're a fan of SNL, just or let me know what you thought if you've seen the movie. Just let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe and turn on notifications for future videos. Also follow all my social media, always linked up below. And with that, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.